Welcome back to another episode from the Daybreak SCP. Now, in this episode, I want to build a lot of farms. And you may notice that I have 62 levels, and that's because we built an Enderman farm on Friday with Harry. So that was cool. We did that on the stream on twitch.tv/greatball. Again, if you want to follow me, that would be really cool. I'm just going to show a couple of highlights of us building that, and, you know, maybe a time-lapse or two, because I think the record just got a bit screwed up. In order to get into my stronghold, I've built this kind of hole that goes into the ocean, because there's a stronghold right next to my base, but it is in the ocean, so I've had to dig a very deep hole, you know, and that's quite boring. But what I'm going to do is, eventually I'm going to turn this into, so it looks like the land's kind of sinking, I'm going to turn this into, like, an old sinkhole, essentially. So this dirt rim is all going to be land that's at sea level, and I'm still trying to think of a design for that, so that should be cool. But anyway, let's just hop into the end. I'll show you the end farm for itself. I also worked on the spawn area in the ender bit, so there's now a cave, which should lead down, to the Enderman farm. So yeah, that's the Enderman farm. It doesn't look too good at the moment. In fact, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to hop into a time lapse of me, you know, fixing this up, because it doesn't look too great at the moment. It's just netherrack and dirt. It could be a lot better. It does work though, admittedly, it works very well. It's a really good experience farm. Look how many Enderman heads we get. Also, for anyone confused, these Enderman heads, they're not in, you know, the base version of the game. This is completely a data pack. We're using a couple of data packs from Vanilla Tweaks, including the mob head drops, which should be here somewhere. Yeah, more mob heads. So it just, you know, you can get mob heads sometimes when you kill mobs. But one thing you have to do is you kind of have to fill up your inventory so that you don't completely cluttered full of ender pearls, because that's never really nice. So you can just swing, and you just keep on getting experience. It's a really, really good way to just, you know, fix all your stuff that has mending on it. It's really good. What I want to do next is I want to fix up this place, because it doesn't look too great at the moment. I mean, it's functional and stuff. It works. It looks fine. I also need to get a few more moss carpets and stuff. But I want to make this look, like, really interesting. I want to have, like, an endstone, like, endstone bricks and sort of purple glass as well. I feel like that would look very nice. Now, I've come up with 3 designs for the kind of tube base of the Enderman farm. And so far I've come up with 3 designs. I've got this kind of cross pattern one, which it's alright, it's not too bad. The only thing is it's got a bit too much purple, I think. And then we have this pattern, which is alright. I like this pattern because it kind of fluctuates a little bit. It's more varied. It goes the small window, then a slightly larger one, then slightly smaller, then slightly larger. You know, it just looks alright. But I think this is my personal favourite design, because it just feels a lot like kind of more like a castle. It feels like the purples are only small accents, and I quite like that. And it kind of just gives the right feel. It also just looks quite nice from inside as well. It's quite a cool view. It looks like a proper castle. As well as that, I've also made designs for these all using endstone, but I'm not too sure how I feel about them. I've asked like Harry and stuff to see if he has any opinions on what looks best. I currently think that this design here and this design here, like these two are my probably most likely to get. So I'm probably going to do some resource gathering, you know, get all the stone bricks. I'm probably going to make it out of stone bricks because, you know, that looks slightly nicer. Unless, you know, Harry has any opinions on that, which is fine. So yeah, I'll just, you know, gather some resources. And then let's build it. Let's go. And there you have it, the Enderman farm. I think it looks really good. So let's go and check it out, you know, like all the functionality and stuff, because it's quite cool. We added quite a lot of, you know, little contraptions to make it feel a bit nicer. So also I've got hostile mob sounds off, so these guys aren't very loud at all. Well, I say at all, they're just not loud. They don't make a sound. So what we do is we have hoppers underneath these carpets, which bring ender pearls into these droppers, and then we have a system which means they just spit them out into the void, so that, you know, the floor doesn't get covered in ender pearls. However, this is quite loud, but at the same time, it's quite cool to watch. It just kind of spit out the sides, almost as if the whole contraption is crying. But it looks kind of cool. I like it. Then, if we go up to the top here, you can see I've got this kind of cool circular design with these spikes on the end. And I actually really like this. I think it's really cool. Also, I designed this entirely by myself. Like, I didn't take any inspiration from anyone. I had a bit of help with Harry, just like figuring out which design to choose. And I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with what I chose. Also, this lower area here, it's actually, well, I was about to say it's fully spawn proof. Apparently it's not. Well, yeah, I'm smart. As well as having all of these ender pearl stuff here, and, you know, the endermen that fall down here, We also have an enchanting setup, so, you know, if you need to do a lot of enchantments, like, you could just do it here, at the Enderman farm. So you don't have to go all the way back to spawn to Skeleton farm. So that's kind of cool, and I like that a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. I might, like, come back and tweak it a couple times, but it probably won't be in an episode. It'll probably just be on streams. If you want to catch them in the future, by the way, it's twitch.tv/greatbull_. You know, that's kind of cool. Also, you may have noticed that this has been kind of carved out, so, because this used to be underground, like, fully underground. But what I did is I made it look like it's just been kind of submerged, and so it's just a kind of opening into this area. So you just spawn here and you just climb up onto the rest of the island, and it looks alright. Then I've also made this cave that goes all the way down to the platform, so then you can get to the Enderman farm very quickly, very easily. You know, in case you don't have an elytra because you need to mend it or something, you could just go down here and, you know, it's all easy. Next up, I wanted to show you guys a project that I've been working on with Swift Bananas, well, probably over the next couple of months, because it's going to be quite long. It's quite a big project, but I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. In fact, I'll just show you guys right now. So yeah, this is the area that me and Swift are going to be building in. So you can see here, these netherrack blocks kind of mark out the borders of where we're going to build. So the way this is going to work is that there's going to be two kind of factions, if that makes sense. So there's going to be my faction, which I decided is going to be kind of a darker, more evil faction, like kind of monsters coming out of the mountain. And then we're also going to have Swift here, who's kind of like the more peaceful side. I'm not entirely sure exactly what his theme is going to be, but all I do know is that he's already started work on something in my area. Now, this flower monster just looks, honestly, it's surprisingly good. Like, I like it a lot. Like, the use of the jungle planks, like, and also the dripstone for the teeth and stuff, it looks so good. And also the purple glass, of course, works really, really well as kind of a saliva material. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start off my adventure, well, not adventure, just the kind of storyline here by building, I don't know, it's probably just some kind of evil-ish tower. It's probably going to be using a lot of red and reddish blocks and also some deep slate blocks, because I think those look really good together. Well, I need to find an area to actually build in first. So let's just kind of scout out an area, because I do need to find a good place to actually, like, settle down. Well, I've been thinking for a while, and I think I've decided I'm going to build here, like, just a small tower. Well, it might not be small, but it's just going to be just something where I can have some storage and stuff, just to make it feel more functional. And so hopefully it should look alright. Well, I'm not getting my hopes up, you know, because I'm not the best builder. But, you know, hopefully it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, without any further delay, let's just get into a time lapse of me trying to build this thing. Let's go. So yeah, this is the tower I've built. It's kind of this watchtower style build, and I like it quite a lot. It's got kind of black stone along the sides and some deep plate up the top and also in the door frame. Now inside, oh, there's so much inside. Like, I'm really surprised at how well I use this place. I didn't use it at all. Yes, I know how to use interiors. Eventually this crimson vine will grow down here and we'll be able to access the watchtower up at the top. And from here, we'll be able to get a good look at the kind of battlefield as it takes place. Because as you can see, well, Swift's already built this just horrifying plant monster, which is very cool, as I said before. I quite like this tower. It looks alright. I've also got a little path going out from it. And in the future, I really want to expand on this kind of dark idea. I like it quite a lot. That's going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll make sure to see you guys in the next one. The next episode should be out maybe like next week or something. So yeah, I'll see you then. Bye for now.